Good morning, welcome to Web Wars. This is where we discuss the stories that have broken the internet. And guess what? This week the web has been on fire again, and here on Web Wars we just find a moment to take some of the stories that people have been talking about and just break them down real quick. With an all-new panel with me here, I have Sioks. Karibu sana.
Thank you.
How are you?
Good, good.
How is it being the vice president?
Well,
the longest having fake vice president.
Well, you're not the first one to confuse me, and I hope you're not the last one. Especially on Twitter. Thank you.
Stephen Sioks is with us here, digital strategist, also lecturer.
No.
Oh, you?
Specialist there.
Oh, specialist.
So, yes, so okay. Do a lot of digital stuff over there. Yes.
And Mkamburi Chigogo.
Yeah.
Our very outspoken opinion vlogger. It's the first time I had that. I didn't even know that was a thing.
It's a thing. You have to create these things for yourself. You have to, you know, it's called qualifying yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
you create a career.
Exactly. Create your own lane.
Yes.
No,
not faking it.
Oh.
No, Kimani. You're creating your own lane and then let others come and join you on there.
Yes. Fantastic. Opinion blogger. Go to her Instagram, you will see why she calls herself that. In fact, one of our bosses was saying that we are making up titles for guys who come on Web Wars. It's a digital space.
Well,
so
10 years
everyone
ago,
has a new
10 years ago, who would ever thought that we'll have a position like a community manager, all that?
No one.
Social media manager.
No
one.
Yes.
Which is a job that I have held before.
It's a full-time job.
Yes.
And all that. So you need to ask yourself, 10 years from now, what will Mkamburi be?
Yes.
Like the position she just created, you know, like 10 years from now.
Okay, guys, let's get into it. The web has been on fire, and I have been waiting to share with you guys this story because Nairobi Governor Mike Sonko has been a top search on the web for the last 1 week after feuding with his woman rep Sonko-Passaris. And it all began on Madaraka Day and ended up nasty on the streets of Facebook. Sonko-Passaris started it on Madaraka Day by accusing Sonko of ignoring her and her calls and neglecting children's homes in the city while busy giving food to people in Turkana, using corruption money as handouts, among other things. Now, when Sonko decided to respond to her accusations publicly, just as she called him out, she walked away. Later in the week, Sonko appeared here on JKO, here on Citizen TV, to set the record straight in a dramatic interview that was cut short. You guys have seen that because it was trending for 2 days. Now, he then left and went live on his Facebook page where he brought the receipts. Governor Sonko shared with his followers on Facebook messages between him and Passaris from as late as 30th May. And 2 days before, that is 2 days before Madaraka Day. Now, Sonko held his ground and refused to apologize, said that I can apologize for many things, but not this one. He brought out the receipts, and guys, this is just going to show how it is out of control from mainstream media. He left the studio, went to his Facebook, and started streaming, and came out guns blazing. Mkamburi, want to go first?
Honestly, I think what Sonko is, he's a political entertainer. You know, because a lot of us are keeping up with Sonko, whether we want to admit it or not. And the fact that he'd leave national TV, go to his Facebook, and guys still follow him there. And you see, Sonko is like this guy who has managed to finesse guys on Facebook. It's like, I have a crowd, I have a following, so whatever you'll do, the guy was just there, and guys were there watching. People will be saying, jamani vitimbi vituko tu pale Facebook live, but he's entertaining and he's maintaining the relevance online and offline. So I'm here for it. Wait, honestly.
Let me before we go to Sioks, let me ask you, do you think he has a point though from what he's doing? Because he was pulling out receipts. He had receipts of how you know, Passaris has been asking for money, yet she's been paid by the National Assembly. Okay, what do you think about that? So
to some extent, I think it felt like I was watching Nairobi Diaries, like with the issuance of receipts, like I've got this, I'm going to show you this. But then it made me think about it in depth, and I was like, okay, probably he does have a point, and he was struggling as much as possible to bring it out. So at the end of the day, it's a game. And probably those of us following would not really understand politics from that angle, but whoever plays his cards right will actually make it in 2022.
Sioks.
Yes. My take on that is people want development, not entertainment. And that's where I feel the two of them need to remember that, because people woke up at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. to vote for them. And they have an obligation. They're supposed to be working. not having all these dramas and all that. And I believe there's always a way out of things. You don't need to bring out all these dramas to us. We didn't sign up for that. And another thing, you find there's a lot of pettiness between the two, and I believe they can resolve it. And Sonko going to Facebook, like,
she actually put up her number.
Yes, and that's the thing.
The number, like all we all have Esther
Passaris. So all of us have it. It raises a question, like, is social media the new TV? Whereby if I can't be on national TV, I can go to my Facebook and go live. And here's what, I think 1.5 million Facebook followers. So you see, when he goes live, you assume, let's say 30% of them, they will see all that and they'll start contributing. So I went through the comments and people were like, okay, the two of you you're now crossing the line. So it's really not worth it.
But I have to ask you guys this, and this is my opinion on this.
Yes.
I think, but then this is very unpopular. I think Esther Passaris should take the blame. Because she started it. She went and accused the governor of not picking her calls.
Yes.
And to some extent, I was confused at first, and I thought maybe he was being disrespectful to Passaris. But if you look at the video, Sonko was trying to cry out, like, why are you shaming me to the public? Yet I've been talking to you. I've been sending your team money, and you're accusing me of things. You see, like the way he explained, it's a whole 38-minute thing. Go watch it on Facebook, and you might form your opinion after that, but it's on his Facebook page. But
I'd say, like, if I was in Sonko's shoes, I would have done the same, only that maybe softer, maybe in a softer way. Like, you really don't need to go all dramatic. Like she said, Nairobi Diaries, come on.
But then that's why we live for Mike.
Okay. We need to move on to the next story because this one is not ending. Sonko is still the top Google search trend, and he's going to be there for like the next 1 week. So it's not ending today. Now, the next story is the central bank launched new notes last week during the Madaraka Day celebrations, where the CBK's governor, Dr. Patrick Njoroge, also announced that they will be mopping up the 1,000 shillings notes, which will be replaced with new ones. Now, the new notes will hit the news hit the interwebs with a storm, and it gave a glimmer of hope to the fight against theft of public funds and those who might be hiding huge stashes of cash. The video that's playing on your screen right now is a meme. I want us to just listen a bit to it because people have been going wild, and you do not know that this is a crime. Defacing the Kenyan currency is a crime.
Hata hakuna hata mamia.
There it is. This was a tweet in 2016 September where the Central Bank of Kenya released a regulation, and it's always been there. It was released in 2010 that defacing the Kenyan currency is a crime. It could get you to jail for 8 months. So those guys who were recording that video, they were smart enough to not put their faces because the CBK can come for you. Because apparently signing on the notes, or writing on them, the notes, tearing them, it's
using the coin to scratch your
is there a line between having fun with memes and ignorance, Siox?
When it comes to memes, there's a very thin line, and you'll find someone will just post a funny video or a funny image out there, and they're doing it for fun. But some of these things have consequences. One of them is you might post something, and then 3 months later you're going to look for a job, you go through the interview, everything, then the interviewing panel just says, remember that time you did XYZ? And they pull it up on the screen. So when it comes to memes, always think twice. I know Kenyans were very popular, and actually people use our president a lot.
Oh yeah, we need to have a new segment, by the way.
Even South Africans were like, wait, this guy who uses memes is actually a president in Kenya. So there's a thin line, but you see, we don't know about it. When it comes to the Kenyan currency, there are things people don't know, like you said, writing on the note, tearing it, all that. That's illegal.
Yeah, Kamburi?
Yeah, I actually think some of the things that we do for fun and we take for granted, we just like, it's a fun meme, it's funny, we repost it and share it.
It's going to make me trend, I'm going to be a hero.
Called cloud chasing or something.
It could just land some of us in problems. especially when, probably because, you know, a lot of us are even ignorant. We don't have time to read through the Constitution. We don't even have time to read through some of these laws. We're just like, it's funny, so, you know, fagia pesa, you know, and then probably those ones were smart. They blurred out their faces. But then what about the many who, in fact, if today some laws just passed that if you've ever shared a Uhuru Kenyatta meme, you're in hot soup. How many of us would go down?
All of us. Then have to tell all of us.
I
have so many of
them.
Yeah,
because we are having fun, and at some point it's just uncontrolled fun, which might land some of us in trouble.
So controlled fun, yes. Guys, do not deface the currency. Even when they become obsolete, do not usiende huko kuchukua video ukirarua hizo pesa.
Kizirarua.
Yes, Robert Alai tweeted that video and said the police should arrest the people, and Boniface Mwangi was saying you shouldn't be arrested for ignorance, but it's all a defense. Where she got peke yako. Let's go to the next one, because Governor Joyce Laboso of Bomet County is in the UK to seek treatment, and leaders including former Prime Minister Raila Odinga went to visit her in a hospital in the UK. As soon as those photos surfaced online, social media, or the citizens of the Web Republic had a go at the contrast between how residents of Bomet County were seeking treatment and how their governor was doing the same against the backdrop of government promises to provide universal health care. Let's just say the Web war did not have any prisoners taken. There were so many tweets. These are some of the most decent ones I could get. Siox.
Yes. Let's see if election...
we can see them clearly, but it's the contrast between how the governor is in London seeking treatment and the residents.
I looked at the tweets. It's mixed reactions. There are people who are saying, of course, the governor should work hard towards UHC, making sure hospitals are equipped and running. And then someone else was saying, if this person has the money and they find they can get good treatment in the country, they can go abroad. But there's a tweet that caught my eye, one about Okoth from Kibera. So they were saying Okoth has really worked hard in Kibera, school and everything. And when he was sick, you never saw all these negative tweets about it, because he's worked hard in Kibera. Like, he can go wherever he wants. So it's a mixed reaction online. But all in all, I believe everyone should have access to good quality healthcare in this country.
Kamburi, real quick.
No, I'm just thinking, these politicians, right now, they're just like influencers. They tell you this one thing, and then when you move over, they're doing the exact opposite of whatever it is they're saying. So if we're talking about making universal health care in Kenya very accessible to the pits, I think they should just try as much as possible, because the normal mwananchi, common mwananchi as we like to call ourselves, cannot even, hata kufika tu NACS, at some point it's a struggle for some of us. But then they have the luxury of flying out, getting like maybe top notch or some of the best healthcare in the world, whereas some of us whom tutakuwa huku chini, it will be, you know, asking guys, please contribute, please do this, please do that. So it's about the money, but then again, it's like, don't propagate one thing and then do the exact opposite.
Well, it's a discussion that's going on online. You can see it. People are reacting to it. And guys, we need to come to the moment where we share our favorite videos from the week. And we've had a lot of the fun ones.
It's funny.
But we've had this is who should go first? Who wants to go first?
Ladies first.
Ladies first,
hey,
right?
Polite.
Okay, yes, Kamburi. So, Kamburi's video is of last week we talked about Pastor Nganga, who broke the web by defending his wife, and he called people lavish, and lavish has now become a thing. And our favorite Pastor Nganga challenge was from Zugush. Here it is.
Takataka, mtakata mtu. Heshimu bibi yangu. Hamjui kule nilitoa. Mnakuja hapa, mmenipata hapa. Nyinyi mwenyewe mmekuja na matatu. Na wengine mati ya bara, wengine mati ya Mombasa. Mmekuja mkanipata hapa. Bibi yangu. Heshimu bibi yangu. Haiwezekani. Hauheshimu bibi yangu. Bloody remote control. Even if who you are, even if you are who, even if Nazizi, even if who. Heshimu bibi yangu. Mtu anakuja anachota, anakohoa, inaiteka, inamwagika. Even if you are who, heshimu bibi yangu. factory ikitoka hakuna mtu anajuaga mpaka mimi nitoke hapa niende South Bishoping ndio nikuja na bibi. Rubbish kiokotwa hao hawalipi yao. Wanaweka kwa yangu.
Jagush is always a mood. You can never have a bad day when going to Jagush's YouTube.
That is funny.
Really funny.
And you know, it will take you a minute to know what he's saying.
The music yes. in the background.
The guy with the kinanda.
Yeah, it will set the mood
soundtracks.
For the video. Yes. Tell us about your favorite video. And there are two, by the way.
Yes, the first one was. The guy, I think he was out for lunch and then the person was trying to eat. So like, it reminded me of you take a lady out, she'll order for a different meal, but she'll still try and eat your food.
So here's what's happened. Here's what's gonna happen. If you ladies go out with Silk and you try to eat his food, this is what's gonna happen. All right.
You know, like I've bought you lunch and you why
trying to
just cooler your own food?
Why do they always do that?
I don't know.
Like you're trying to eat my
why,
food. You
why
have your own food.
I don't know. Ni ulafi too. We just alafu we also concerned that tutaki kule sumu.
Wow.
Yeah. No. All right. Let's wind up the week because guys, this whole week, this whole month, I have been celebrating. For the next 1 year, I have been celebrating because we won the Champions League last Saturday, and I told you guys about it on last week's Web Wars where I would be. And that particular moment when we scored the winning goal, this is it. This was me, and this has been my favorite moment of the week, so I had to share it with you guys. Origi! Origi! We got it! Number 6! Champions League number 6! Siox, I know you're a Barcelona fan.
That hurts. Like, it really hurts.
I'm sorry.
It will take me some time to recover.
It's okay.
Yes.
It's okay. All right, but guys, that was the moment when we won the Champions League. Guys, you know how happy I am about this. Kamburi, Siox, thank you guys for coming. We'll be with you guys again next week on Web Wars. My name is Kimani Mbogwa. Level Up is coming with Willis Naburu on the other side, and VDJ Mickey. You don't want to miss that because you know it's Friday and you need to start your day on a high note. See you guys next week.